This feels good. I'm very satisfied. And there's much, much more that I'm opening up to. And I've had I have a whole bunch of...
It's interesting when you say, I'm satisfied and eager for more. That's just the best place to be. As you tend to, the relationship between the satisfaction and the more that you're reaching for, because if you don't reach so far that you produce doubt, then you're good. That's really something to think about. Reach far enough that it excites you, but not so far that it produces doubt. Did you hear that? That was big. Quote of the day. So if you've fostered your belief in the way the universe works, then you can be at a place where you are out of the doubt zone. In other words, you can know these laws and know your capability so clearly that you can mean it when you say, there's nothing that is outside my ability to accomplish. And ooh, is that a nice place to be?
And I know that, and I'm knowing it more and more and more. And I've had like so many experiences in my life that have given me that feeling, so that I'm very familiar with the feeling.
Yeah.
Recently, though, I've had experiences that have given me that feeling, a character of it, a magnitude of it, that is orders beyond what I had ever experienced before.
So you're sniffing out the vibrational version of things. And if you don't demand a clearer perspective too soon, then that will continue to evolve until you can see it. So don't get impatient about not being able to articulate it. In other words, in our friend's earlier question, let it be a little unconscious to you for a while and just bask in the deliciousness of the feeling of it. Don't focus upon the need to define it before it defines itself to you. Don't effort yourself into defining it. Let it define itself to you.
And because, to be honest, I don't really care where it goes, because I just know it's feeling better and better and better, and there's big stuff ahead. And
let's not say big stuff. Let's say stuff.
Stuff, okay.
Because when you say big stuff, you automatically introduce resistance into it. Because the universe does not distinguish between big and small. Everything's possible. But when you say it's big, you mean harder. When you say it's big, you mean less likely. It's just stuff. And it's not only stuff, it's more. The mantra of the universe, more. Because the mantra of an eternal universe must be more, more, more.
So can I describe a feeling that I had that was so much more? That it made me aware of the moreness that exists out there. Because I've been so drawn to and interacting with the wild ones in a series of experiences. And one of the experiences I had was really more the elements. It was the wind and the earth and the connection with and feeling the big, well, I won't use big, but feeling
the expansiveness.
The expansiveness. And it almost took my breath away, but at the same time I knew this is what can be. This is what is. And this is the feeling that I want to live in.
Well, we love it when you find that, but here's what we really wish for you. You find that feeling, and then you focus in what you're doing now, and all of that feeling gives you the opportunity to devour the details of here and now.
Yes, it absolutely does. And because I'm familiar with that feeling, and I know the magnitude of it and the feeling place of it, I can just like think those... I can picture myself there, and I can conjure that feeling just in my day-to-day life, no matter what sort of, thing I'm doing.
And so let us describe something to you, because we started it earlier. The details of your life have put details in your vortex. Details that you can't even remember, and you can't comprehend what they've become collectively as they've been interacting as cooperative components to each other. You put the details there, but it's like the microbiotic version of them that you might say in human terms that you almost need a microscope in order to understand, only it's not a microscope that would help you to understand it. You get the sense of what we're talking about? Mm-hmm. So now your inner being and non-physical energies and law of attraction have worked their magic, but it's not magic, their normalcy upon this, and it's become more and more and more. And now you're in a place where you're deliberately tuning in to the pure essence of who you you are. So you're getting the sense of all of that. And now it's going to begin to manifest. So there's this phase where you can feel the bigness of all of it. But this is the thing that we want you to hear. All of those details are going to become details again. Stay with us. It's going to be worth the trouble. Lots of experiences through life, let's just say, for example, have caused you to desire more prosperity. And of course, prosperity is not just money, but a lot of it is. But it's experiences and friends and relationships. It's prosperity. It's moreness. It's richness. It's fullness. So life and its particles and its details caused you to put those incremental things there about prosperity. Now, it became a greater prosperity than any of the details that you put there. And as the momentum of it became more and more and more and more and more, the prosperity of it became bigger than you could even comprehend. And now you get into the receiving mode. And now, which means you're in the prosperity mode. So now you begin to allow or accept or receive the notions of prosperity. And as these notions of prosperity begin to unfold in your mind and in your sensations and in your impulses, then they turn into the details of cars and airplanes and delicious things and relationships. When we say to you that if this time-space reality has the wherewithal, if it has the wherewithal to produce the desire, it has the wherewithal to produce the goods, the exact goods. So the very things that have caused you to ask are in the state of becoming the very things that you ask for. We don't mean to take you, and you sort of were taking all of us into this place of feeling and all of that. And we want you to realize that when tangible things produce desires within you, as the desires manifest, they become tangible things again. You get what we're talking about? When details of life go into your vortex, they become more, but when you process them through, they become the details. And can you imagine the satisfaction that you feel when your life has produced the question and the universe has provided the answer, and you get to see the exact equivalency of what you were asking for in spades? Because it's now dovetailed with everything else that you're asking for. You weren't in the receiving mode where you could even fully comprehend what you were asking for. When you're asking from a place of lack, you can't even comprehend what the fullness of what you are asking for would be. When you're asking for a lot of money because you can't pay the bills or keep your business open for the next day, when you are asking, you can't even comprehend what that kind of prosperity would even feel like, because you're not in the place that you could even understand it, but you're asking for it. And your inner being understood it when you asked for it. And your inner being and all the cooperative components have gathered it all together. But by the time that you are in the receiving mode and ready to receive it, now you are in the comprehensive mode where you can comprehend what you ask for. And that, dear hearts, is satisfaction. That was big, and it was also leading edge, the most leading edge conversation that we've ever had about anything. And if you followed it, and you did, then you're right there on that cusp of that sort of thing. And don't worry about it when you get out of this room and you can't explain it to somebody else. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because you heard it and you know it to the extent enough that it's going to make a difference in the point of attraction that is you. It's going to make a difference in not just the manifestations of money and prosperity and the manifestation of relationships and other objects, the manifestations of emotions, the manifestations of satisfaction, the manifestations of good feelings, the manifestation of realization of who you are, the manifestation of worthiness, the manifestation of ownership of who I am, the manifestation of how I fit into the larger universe, the manifestation of my existence at all, the manifestation of an understanding of everybody else's existence. The greatest manifestations that we can even acknowledge or explain or comprehend are your manifestations of understanding of how this all fits together. Knowing this stuff is the greatest manifestation of all. And then the details just support what you know. That's all. You thought it was the stuff that it was all about. The stuff just supports what you've come to know, because there is such great love here for you. You are the creation. And for now, we are stubbornly and satisfied to be eternally in your vortex. Yippee, yippee, yippee. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for this. Thank you for coming.